Nah, I was like doing nothing around on YouTube and I came across like an entire playlist of like 106 videos of Jack Spicer AMVs.
What the hell?
You know who that
Somebody
is.
had to make that.
Yeah. Like,
Somebody had to
not
put
all
the
of the
beat
videos were
on.
made by the same person even. They were made like by dozens and dozens of people.
It's really it's really something.
Now, after watching that entire playlist, I had remembered that like Jack Spicer was like my first cartoon crush.
Ha! You may have a body, but I know you are still powerless. Ha!
Jesus Christ.
I like that he screams a lot.
Powerless enough for you?
So that's leading into the topic of what is your cartoon crush?
Okay, that was your lead up to that.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't watch like Shaolin Showdown or whatever very much. Like I caught it a couple times, but even I kind of know who Jack Spicer is just because of the fact that his character has been immortalized by strange people. Like I had to Google him just now on my phone to like remember what he looked like though.
Yeah, he's like a little edgy emo boy.
God, that is so you.
No.
You and your emo boys. What the hell is
No.
going on? Something's wrong there.
There comes
Okay.
a time when you turn 12 and a switch in your brain just flips and goes, yeah, emo is pretty cool.
Yeah, it happens to us all, definitely.
It's true.
It didn't happen at 12 years old for me. It happened much later in life, actually. My Chemical Romance was there for me at a time when I needed them.
So answer the question.
Cartoon crush? Wait, like first one or like in general? Like
How about both?
I honestly
Like the
I
fact that you had to
can't even
bring up
remember.
in general means that there is a current one.
There is actually not. The reason I said in general is because like it will be difficult for me to think of one because that was not a huge thing in my life for sure. But I would genuinely have to think about that. Like I'm not even sure.
Is it Kotanoka?
I don't remember what that is.
God, don't you like? Haven't you seen like the video where the dude is like,
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Kotonoha. Happy birthday to you. Blow out the candles, Kotonoha.
I've definitely seen that, yeah. It's classic.
yeah, that.
You gotta love it. Let me think. It's like I'm trying to remember what cartoons I watched as like a kid. You know what I mean? But there aren't very many where like there were like crushes. Like for me, I definitely remember like there were some formative like cartoons and animes for me. Like for example, Fist of the North Star was really formative. JoJo was really formative, but like I didn't really have crushes on any of the characters. I just thought they were fucking awesome. Like Dio. I wanted to be Dio so bad. But I'm not like attracted to Dio, you know? Same thing with Kenshiro. Like Kenshiro I wanted to be. Terry Bogard I wanted to be. But, you know,
I mean, all these characters are boys, though.
yeah, exactly. But I'm not gay though.
Yeah, that's
swear.
that's what I'm saying.
I'm not.
I know.
Yeah. So I don't know, like I'm gonna have to think about it for sure. Oh dang, you know what? Not a cartoon crush, but like a character that was like early on, like, whoa, girls are pretty for me was definitely like there, you know, Atlantis, obviously.
God
We've
damn
watched
it.
we watched Atlantis too. The girl from Atlantis, whatever her name is, was definitely like, what? Whoa, what is this? This is crazy. What have they been hiding from me?
That's just disappointing.
No, because there's like multiple attractive girls in that movie. There's like the main love interest one, but then there's like the tough mechanic girl, and that's a whole different genre. You know what I mean?
I suppose.
Why are you so disappointed? Did you want it to be more embarrassing? Am
I
I too
wanted
much
it
of
to
a
be like a
morning?
better choice.
It's not even that bad though. It's like a good choice, I think.
It's very middling.
I mean, I don't
It's
know.
not bad
It's
enough
not-
to be good or funny, but it's not good enough to be good or funny.
It's just not embarrassing. That's all. It's not embarrassing in the slightest. You know that really funny Kinnikuman AMV that has the like super edgy angry song and just like Kevin Mask and Kinnikuman beating the shit out of each other?
I do
First
remember
of
it.
all, it's so funny. Second of all, literally today, me and my sibling were hanging out and we were like showing each other different music, and they were like, "Oh, I really love this song by Slipknot." And then they played that song, and I just laughed and laughed because I couldn't think of. I like the first thing I said was like, "Dang, this sounds like a song that would be in an AMV. It's really dramatic." And then the chorus kicked in, and it was like, "I hate everything about you," and I was like, "Oh my god, it's literally the song." And I just found it so
Nice.
funny. I was really tickled.
What if I just kept making cat noises anytime you were away from the cats?
That would be horrible. Don't do that. My boss gave me an eerie piece of advice the other day. He asked me, "Do you plan on staying here for a long time?" And I was like, "I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing with my life and no plans." And he was like, "Well, just so you know, there might be some opportunities coming up." And I'm like, "Uh-oh." And right now, I'm just in a scary situation where I'm thinking to myself, like, God damn it, am I gonna get sucked into having like a long-term position and like actual responsibility? Because if that happens, I'm screwed. Because then I'm gonna feel responsible, and I'm gonna have to like be a real responsible man who goes to work and does important job stuff, and I'm gonna have even less free time. And then I'm gonna have even less opportunity to like just pick up my roots and like go somewhere random, because I'll have to actually like, be dependable. That's a scary commitment when you're 21 years old and stuff.
Always be like, refuse.
That's literally true. But I also don't know like if I would be strong enough to be like, no. Might give in to temptation and be like responsible, because I definitely am very much focused on the approval of others,
I only need my approval. Nobody
I
else's.
don't need your approval in the slightest.
Hey.
I'm only saying that because it's funny to be mean.
It is.
Yeah, I'm in a difficult position where I'm both an artist who wants to have absolutely no ties to the material world, and also a people pleaser who wants to be responsible and dependable. It's like, how you can't be both. You really can't. God, did you also have a phase where you just literally like every day like open the front page of Reddit like one time and look at all the like threads that would pop up and just like be really fucking annoyed at the way Redditors talked but not be able to stop reading it?
Literally never now.
Okay, sorry, because that was definitely a thing for me.
Like, hate
It's
Reddit.
It's awful, yeah. I don't like it at all. The only funny experiences I ever had on Reddit were when I would browse to be unnamed fighting game forum on Reddit that was really racist and horrible and awful, but it was also really hilarious. I couldn't stop looking at it because there were so many insane, crazy jerk asses who would just go insane and like post every 5 minutes, 24 hours a day. It was really chaotic. Why the hell would you make that noise to announce your return? What was
That
the
was like my
purpose of it?
best impression of like the Clay World noise that the dude does when he just shows up.
Yeah, it was odd. It was frightening. It's the eye of the spider.
Poison in one bite.
I love that song. It's classic. Thinking about that Eye of the Spider song reminded me of the good old days when I would listen to like Halo like parody raps on YouTube with my like little school friends. Those were good times because we would listen to those, and there was that one that was like, I want to get a Killionaire so freaking bad.
I wanna get a Killionaire so freaking bad.
And like then we'd be like, damn, we should write our own like Halo rap or gaming rap. And then we would just like sit down with a pen and paper and like not come up with anything, because we'd be like, what do we write about? And now those are my early experiences with creative attempts, just getting nowhere. It'd be cool if you could grow rice so we could have rice patties on the hill. I don't understand why there wouldn't be rice in Minecraft anyway. It's like one of the most popular crops anyway. I guess Miku doesn't know that much about human food.
He doesn't eat after all. Well, that's not true. She eats batteries.
Right, and she lives in your Wi-Fi.
How could she live in your Wi-Fi if she's an actual physical person?
She's not.
I don't believe you.
Blue hair, blue eyes, hiding in your Wi-Fi.
Hatsune Miku is flesh and blood.
I don't want to believe that. That's a scary prospect. It strikes fear.
There's not much inherently wrong with that. Like, I'm flesh and blood.
No, there's nothing wrong with being flesh and blood most of the time, but when you're Hatsune Miku, it's different.
Oh, you don't want her to be real?
No,
You're
I
afraid
don't.
of the implications of a living, breathing Hatsune Miku.
What if Mickey Mouse was real?
He's not. He's a cartoon character.
Exactly, but it would be scary if he was real.
Yeah, but Hatsune Miku isn't like a cartoon character. She's a person that exists in real life.
She is like a cartoon character. She's just like Mickey. And if there ain't no Mickey, that shit ain't Disney. You know what they say. My fictional crushes. Number 1, Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
Take this seriously, please.
How am I supposed to take it seriously if I'm trying to entertain you? What's serious about entertaining you? What is serious about that?
Clownery is a very serious occupation.
It's not in the slightest. It's actually literally the opposite of serious. It's the literal opposite.
You don't know that. You've never been to clown school.
I'm not a clowny, I'm a normie.
What?
I'm a normie, not a clowny. Is that what you're saying?
No, I said you've never been to clown school.
I don't understand what it's like to be a clowno. It's not just a phase. Is that what you're saying?
Stop.
It's funny, you know it is.
You know that's not what I'm saying.
Is it not what you're saying, though? Is it the subtext of what you're saying, perhaps? You
Sound
should
like a
be
little
meaner to
bubble.
me. Because when you're just like vaguely passive aggressive and you're like, okay, whatever. It's not as funny as if you were to just tell me to shut the fuck up.
It is really funny though. It hurts more if it's like not extreme though.
Exactly. It hurts way more. Both less funny and more painful.
It's more painful, so it's more funny.
If you see it that way.
I do.
Damn. Maybe I am the clown here. Because I'm being whipped and beaten emotionally for entertainment. That's what clowns are for, right? You just beat them for fun.
No! What is wrong with you?
I'm not the... Look, I'm not the clown out here.
Not a fucking clowno. What?
And please say that again, please. That is so funny. That's the funniest sentence I've heard in my entire life. It is literally the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Why is that so funny?
Think about it. I'm not a clowno. That's just too funny. Oh my god. That is really good.
Alright, I'm not a fucking clowno. Can't imagine it was as good that time.
No, it wasn't as funny the second time. But it was still funny.
What's your problem with clowns?
I don't have anything against them. I only make fun of them because of you. But I also don't think that they're cool at all or have any infatuation with the aesthetic. In fact, I think they're weird.
You need to watch more Shoujo.
I so don't need to do that. It's incredible how much I need to not do that.
Why not?
What would I gain from that? I think we've had this exact conversation too, and I think I said that exact thing.
We had this exact conversation last time we played, even.
But I haven't budged at all. My desire to watch shoujo is not increased even 1 iota.
But then you get a better picture of what a cool clown is.
I don't know.
I'm gonna make you watch the entirety of Black Butler Book of Circus, and then
Hell no.
then you'll understand.
God, that sounds like absolutely horrible. Unless there's more curry-centric episodes, in which case, I'm down.
There's not.
Damn. Well, what's the point?
You'll understand.
I don't think I will.
You'll stop ripping on my minority. of people who like clowns.
I don't think, like, you said the Book of Circus was trash. So how
I
can you
fucking hate it.
possibly
It's
recommend
awful.
it? How can you say that that's what's gonna convert me?
You'll understand.
I think I won't.
That's just because you haven't seen it yet. That's why you feel this way.
It seems like with most things that you say are essential, they're actually deeply painful to watch in many cases.
You like terrain of magical expertise.
Yeah, but it was pure suffering from start to finish.
It was
It
good.
was the same thing with Made in Abyss. Pure
It's
suffering.
good.
from
Okay,
start
that
to
one is suffering, but that's why it's good.
I don't know. I mean, it was definitely good, but it was pure pain, and there was a lot of stuff about it that I feel like caused me to gain absolutely nothing.
Yeah, there's a lot of not good in that one.
A lot of deeply unnecessary things that occur.
I honestly completely forgot about that until you like just now mentioned it again.
Exactly, because the brain erases it because it's so horrible.
Like, you have to have a trauma erasing mindset to enjoy it.
That seems to be your whole mindset with fiction. Trauma erasing mindset when it comes to watching anime. And that is not my mindset in the slightest.
That's like the only way you can watch anime is if like you instinctively forget.
It's actually kind of true though, because even with just like normal cringy shonen, there's a lot of stuff you have to forget intentionally. I only ever play lawful alignments, honestly, because like, why would you ever want to play a character where you don't have to role play the morals? You know what I mean?
No, I wasn't paying attention. I was digging obsidian.
That's okay. I heard you made the noise, so like I knew that I was at least acknowledged, even if it wasn't conscious.
God, you gotta explain that.
I gotta explain the noise.
Yeah.
It's the noise that you make every time I say something when you don't have a verbal response. You just go, but it's in a very particular enunciation, and it's difficult to replicate because it's just a you thing that no one else does.
I am consciously trying not to do it. And
But you'll never stop yourself.
I can physically feel it.
That is so funny to me, honestly. I love that.
It is deep and guttural.
It's ingrained into who you are.
Yeah.
That's the other thing that's ingrained into who you are. The way you say yeah.
Yeah. Damn it. Stop giggling to yourself.
You knew exactly what I was laughing about.
It ain't that funny though.
It's kind of funny.
It's not.
It's funny to me. It'll always be funny to me. It'll never stop.
Why?
I don't even know. That reminds me of like one of my greatest freaking nightmares that I would have, like as like these weird intrusive thoughts when I was a kid, where it would be like I would constantly imagine that I was actually in like a catatonic state or like some kind of like coma, and everyone around me was just like waiting for me to wake up. But I was like acting out everything that I was doing in real life while I was in the coma, but I just wasn't conscious. And I was just like actually brain dead. It was weird.
What? I thought you were gonna say like you were gonna accidentally say a slur in your sleep or something.
Oh, that was like, that's part of it though. Like sometimes I'll have weird intrusive thoughts about like, what if I ever need to get my wisdom teeth removed? And like, they put me under and give me like a bunch of like laughing gas and stuff or whatever. And then when I wake up, I'm just like saying a bunch of horrible, atrocious shit because I can't control what I say. Like that's horrifying to me.
It'd be funny though.
It would be hilarious, but in a very dark kind of way.
You'll be cancelled of no fault of your own. You're just so used to saying slurs online that you forgot that you can't say them in real life.
I'm not used to that. I don't do that.
That's why you do it.
No.
That's why that would happen, almost guaranteed.
No, but I don't do that, so it won't happen.
If I say it enough times, it becomes
Don't
the
feed-
truth.
Don't feed my brain's horrible non-functionality. Don't feed into my weird intrusive thoughts and make them worse.
It might not be
Okay.
reality for you, but it'll be reality for whoever hears this.
There you go.
I gaslight not you, but those in your life.
That's next level technology. I'm about to eat your cats right now.
Please no.
Flesh.
I love them.
They were never real anyway. You didn't even have cats. You just wanted cats, and then you convinced yourself that you did have them. That's what happened.
Please don't kill my cat.
You're gonna come back and there's gonna be no cats, and I'm gonna be like, "What cats? What are you talking about? Why are you saying that you had cats? What's wrong with you?"
I want chocolate chip cookies and I want angel food cake with
Neither
whipped
of those
cream and
things-
strawberries.
Neither of those things are remotely nutritious.
Don't you know that clowns subsist entirely off of sugar?
God, don't call yourself a clown.
What?
You damn
Why
clown.
not?
It's horrible.
How come?
I can't even explain it.
It's just like a visceral reaction.
It actually is. Here's should be our deal. I can get you food, and you should give me cool fashion and clothes, since you seem to like to buy those.
You sure you want me to dress you though?
Now that you mention it, I really don't.
You don't want
Wow.
every day to be a Black Butler cosplay?
Absolutely not. Holy Lord. Is that what you would do?
Maybe.
Jesus Christ. There's no characters in Black Butler that could be cosplayed to a satisfying degree, especially not by myself.
You gotta admit Black Butler's cool as hell though.
Hell no, I don't have to admit that at all. There's no law. The only part that's cool about Black Butler is the part where it's not being made anymore.
It is though.
No, please tell me it's not.
They're still making the OVAs.
Okay, well, that sucks.
No.
And I bet you've watched all of them, haven't you?
I actually haven't seen any since. God, was Book of Circus the latest one, or was it the one where they were on the yacht, the murder mystery yacht?
I'm very glad that I don't know the answer.
You are gonna watch Book of Circus though,
Hell no.
even if you're not gonna watch it with me.
On one hand, I do find it very funny to make fun of your taste in anime and fiction in general. But on the other hand, I do think it's a little bit sad that I can make fun of your taste so easily, but it wouldn't be funny at all for me to try and make you like watch the stuff or like listen to the stuff that I like. Like that wouldn't be funny. That would just be boring. Like
Yeah.
it would not be comedic in any way to make you listen to old like jazz recordings or anything. That wouldn't be entertaining.
Black Butler is not comedy. It's very serious.
You can't even say that without laughing. It's tough being the one who's not cringe in a friendship, but I bear that responsibility very seriously.
I am not cringe.
You're extremely cringe.
I
Come on.
am not cringe.
Yes, you are. Come on. You know it.
Recite from memory the Final Fantasy house.
I can't do that.
You can't? Not
I'm
even an
on-
abridged version?
No, not even.
Ah.
The only parts of the Final Fantasy house that I remember are very vague and fuzzy because I haven't looked at it like, in like forever.
Would you live in a Final Fantasy house?
Absolutely, without question. In a heartbeat. I would have been one of the people manipulated into living in it. I would have lived in the Final Fantasy house. I would have then been evicted from it, and then I would have moved into the Sky Williams house.
The Minecraft dude?
Yeah, I think he had a whole situation where it was kind of like the Final Fantasy house.
That's hilarious.
One funny story, I guess, is that I have a terrible habit of every time I get into my car, like I can't like immediately either get out of it or like drive somewhere. I have to like sit in there and decompress for a minute. It's just nice to like relax in there for a second before like having to drive anywhere or anything, or like I like to pick music or something, or I like to like chill in there outside my house before I actually get out and go back home. And so I was just doing that in the parking lot at work one time when my shift ended, and I was like looking at the Guitar Center website to see if they had anything in stock. And then one of my coworkers, who I'm pretty friendly with, literally came outside and like knocked on my window to like check if I was alive. I had just like died in my car and was just like laying there with my head on the steering wheel, like passed away. It was really sad. I felt bad for them, but it was also embarrassing.
I don't know, like sitting in your car like that is actually psychopathic.
No, it's not.
You talk
What's
about all your
psychopathic
weird
about that?
psychopathic tendencies.
I have very few psychopathic tendencies. What are you talking about?
Nah, we're always like you're always bringing up something that's just like, what the fuck? That's not normal.
Like what?
Like
What
sitting
am I
in your car like that.
Okay, but what else?
Your
What?
your weird tendency to gravitate towards cannibalism.
Shut up! That's literally you can't do this. That's literally you. That's literally you. That has nothing to do with me.
It is
Don't bring that up.
entirely you.
Not in. No, this is the worst kind of gaslighting. You can't take your flaws and put them on me. That's evil. That's literally evil. How could you? You're the cannibal here.
I have never eaten a person.
Yeah, but you talk about it
I
constantly.
do not. That's you. You're the one who talks about it constantly.
No. I bet you would eat me given the chance. I bet you would cook me in a stew, wouldn't you?
No.
I don't believe you. The way you said that wasn't very convincing.
It seems like a lot of work.